I marvel at the fact that Mauritius is now recognized as the easiest place in Africa to do business and as a leading country in Africa in terms of good governance. Mauritius has also been one of the most progressive jurisdictions for transparency and cooperation with international authorities in matters relating to taxation. As a small nation, we are acutely aware of the benefits of a harmonized international legal framework for regulating international trade and investment flows. Thanks to the almost universal adoption of the New York Convention, international arbitration is now the global dispute resolution mechanism. Mauritius has taken the lead in our region in this field and has showed consistent determination and flexibility in improving our system to cater for international arbitration matters. Our ambitious project to make Mauritius a center of excellence for international arbitration is a fitting one for an African country. Africa has been an important participant in international arbitration proceedings in recent years, but Africans remain underrepresented in the process, both in terms of the arbitrators who decide cases and the lawyers who argue them. Many arbitrations take place in Europe to resolve disputes which are either between two African entities or between an African entity and a non-European entity. Most arbitrations concerning African states or companies are resolved by arbitrators from other parts of the world. By positioning itself as a new center for international arbitration in Africa through its LICA-MIAC Arbitration Center, and more generally, Mauritius hopes to play an important part in redressing that situation. I understand that African delegates make up over 1/3 of the total attendance to this Congress. This coming together of experts from Africa and the world in Mauritius perfectly represents what Mauritius hopes to offer: a safe, secure, and welcoming place for Africans and others to meet, discuss, study, and practice international arbitration for the benefit of all of us.
Just as the United Nations encourages states and other antagonists to resolve their disputes at the negotiating table, so do businesses. It is always preferable to resolve disputes in a quick, effective, and constructive manner. Otherwise, disputes and uncertainty can lead to additional costs and losses. Commercial arbitration is therefore of great benefit in economic and financial terms, but it is also good for society in general. I commend the work of Mauritius and of UNCITRAL's immediate past chairman, Mr. Salim Mullian, in helping to elaborate norms for arbitral transparency and in leading the negotiation that resulted in the Mauritius Convention, the first multilateral convention in the field of arbitration in the past 50 years. The Mauritius Convention on Transparency promises to be a turning point in investment arbitration. My hope is that this investment can bring greater efficiency and coherence to a system currently based on more than 3,000 treaties. Similar gains are underway across Africa as an increasing number of arbitral institutions pave the way for a more arbitration-friendly environment. I recommend that those states willing to undertake legislative reform in the field of arbitration consider the adoption of UNCITRAL norms and standards and the use of UNCITRAL's capacity building expertise. The United Nations looks forward to continuing to work with the other organizations that are active in law reform and capacity building, including, of course, the ICA. I ask all of you to use great power of arbitration to help the world overcome conflict and hatred and build a future of dignity for all on a healthy planet.